Blessed day, my people. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the Court of Appeal addressing the prosecution team and telling them, say, oh, they have to give them a good reason as to why the Vybz Kartel case should be retried. You understand, my people? Of course, you know, a lot of persons don't want the case to be retried, and even Kartel themselves don't want the case to be retried because, of course, they want to go home to them family, you see it. So the prosecution team definitely have a lot of work to do, you see, my people. So an article came out this morning speaking about this whole situation. So you don't know, we're going to read it, we're going to talk about it. Of course, you can tell me anything going to happen in relation to this Vybz Kartel case, you see, my people. So before we're going to further into the topic, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and make sure you turn the notification bell, put it on all, that way you can get notified when I post a new video. Alright, people, so let's get into this story so you can get a better understanding as to what's really going on, is it? So it's a fair trial or retrial. The Court of Appeal says the prosecution must explain why Vybz Kartel and his three co-accused should be retried for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams when they have already suffered multiple constitutional breaches in the previous trial process. Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, who is leading a three-judge panel that will decide whether the men are to be retried, yesterday raised the question after defense lawyer John Clark argued that breaches of the men's constitutional rights and pending breaches are factors to be taken into consideration in not ordering a retrial. Clark stressed that the men's right to a fair trial would be breached if the retrial were to be allowed. The panel, which includes Justices Paulette Williams and David Fraser, will hear arguments from the defense lawyer and the Crown over 5 days. Adija Vybz Kartel Palmer, Sean Storm Campbell, Kahira Jones and Andre St. John were convicted in March 2014 and their conviction were upheld in 2020 by the Court of Appeal. However, on March 14, 2024, the United Kingdom-based Privy Council, Jamaica's final Court of Appeal, overturned the convictions on juror misconduct grounds and remitted the matter to the Court of Appeal for it to decide the retrial issue. Responding to a question from McDonald Bishop as to whether the Privy Council had expressly stated that the men's right had been breached, Clark quoted a portion of the judgment which read that there was an infringement on the appellant's right to a fair hearing by an independent and impartial court in accordance with Section 16(3) of the Constitution. Noting that that right was twofold, the judge said that there was a right to be tried by an independent and impartial court and another right to be tried with a reasonable time. So the Crown will have to tell us, in the light of two breaches of the fair trial provision, if we should have a retrial, if that is in the interest of justice, and is that demonstrably justified. She said. The judge further asks, so what remedy do you give that person if their constitutional right has been breached twice? McDonald Bishop also stated that given the interference with that right, the Privy Council should have addressed the issue of whether the breach was demonstrably justified. Clark, however, further argued that retrial should not occur if the defendants will be returned to a worse off position and that a retrial would likely result in their rights being violated again. He also noted that issues such as the current long list or criminal matters in the Home Circuit Court must also be considered, as well as the delay that a retrial would cause for other defendants who would be required to spend a longer time in jail as there are no designated retrial courts. Additionally, Clark said, at a certain time, the length of time alone should be sufficient to say we are drawing the line in the sand. Regardless of the complexities of the case and other factors, he acknowledged that there was a certain threshold that had been passed in the matter. But with all those factors, Clark said, and there is still going to be prejudice, and in considering the ordeal to the accused, the prolonged and complex nature, which must be considered, would also militate by itself against ordering a retrial. Clark further submitted that the courts in the Caribbean generally have always given credence rightly to state resources constraints, and in giving such credence to state resources constraints, we may unwittingly be allowing a certain environment to foster in the courts, and giving credence to that excusing state resources may very well allow persons to say 13 years is okay, we can drag our feet, let's make it 16 years, and that is a country we don't want to live in, he added. So yes, my people, we're gonna think about this whole case here with Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. Seeing my people, but now lie still, based on what me I read a while ago, the defense team definitely turn up them thing a notch. Because you don't know them forward out with a lot of information as to why a retrial should not occur and thing. You understand what me I say? Especially if Kartel and his co-accused constitutional rights was actually breached, then you know the prosecution team have to go even, you know, show why there should be a retrial if the man them constitutional rights don't get breached. That alone show you say, look, the case should have been dismissed because them rights breached. Remember, you know, my people, it is about a lot of things differently from the whole Clive Lizard Williams thing, you know. You understand what I say? It is about the tainted juror, which them should have dismissed that juror. Them should have make him sit down on the stand and, you know, maybe because the other jurors them bring a guilty verdict. Plus, them are going to talk about tampering of evidence. Them are going to talk about the same constitutional rights being breached and all them things. So, the prosecution team have to go show why them should actually get a retrial. You see, my people. So, I go watch and see. You can tell me anything about this in the comment section. And let me know if you feel like there's going to be a retrial or if Vybz Kartel them will be freed. You understand, my people? So, leave it in the comment section, all right? And that's it for the video. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bless upon yourself until I drop the next video. I'm out.
The DPP, Miss Paula Llewellyn, is gone. Paula Llewellyn have to pack your bags and go. Paula Llewellyn, the DPP, have it vamoose. And now Vybz Kartel and Isaac Buchanan can tell her to go and perform oral sex. And now Vybz Kartel and Isaac Buchanan can't tell Paula Llewellyn figures suck a dick because the Constitutional Court has ruled that the DPP is occupying her position unlawfully because she passed the age of retirement. She get an extension, and for some reason the government go to parliament and pass law so that she can extend again. But the court said no. The law where the government pass is unconstitutional, and so Paula Llewellyn is occupying the position unlawfully. And what that means is that Paula Llewellyn cannot sign another document in that office. She cannot read another document. Well, unless the government get a stay, because the government can appeal the decision, they can ask the court to give them a stay pending the outcome of the appeal. But that would be a very foolish thing to do. Because, well, I don't think they would get that stay. Because by the time the appeal got through, it would be time for Paula Llewellyn to demit office anyway. So Paula Llewellyn, you know, them say, when man a plan, God a wipe out. You plan for Kartel. See, God can wipe you out, yeah? DPP, Miss Paula Llewellyn. Look how you plan for Kartel, eh? And look how God just come wipe you out. And then say when you dig two ditch, you fi dig. When you dig one ditch, you fi dig two. You must dig two ditch instead of one. You dig a ditch for somebody and you go drop down in it. I don't know what this will mean for the Kartel case now, because Paula Llewellyn did a gear up. Say she a gear up. Figure argue before the appeal court for Kartel to be retried. Kartel and his 3 co-accused to be retried. But now that they kick with Paula Llewellyn foot. Now that them kick with Paula Llewellyn foot. I don't know if the new DPP or the acting DPP might see things differently. So this have some implications for the Vybz Kartel case too. But Paula Llewellyn is gone with the win. As far as me know, Paula Llewellyn can do nothing else in that office but pack her bags and go. And you know, it's a conundrum. It's a conundrum. Well, conundrum is a big word. It just means it's a pickle. They mean a pickle. Because the court ruled, the court has ruled, the constitutional court has ruled that the law that the government passed in parliament is null and void and is of no legal effect, which means that anything where Paula Llewellyn do from 2023 to 2024, it wasn't done lawfully. Me no know. This is a pickle. It's a pickle them in I know. The government in a pickle, you know. Because anybody where Paula Llewellyn convict acting as the DPP, she wasn't the DPP. She was not the DPP. So all convictions, I don't know what it will mean for all the convictions that she got, or anything she did acting as DPP. What will it mean for all those cases? Because I go right back to anything she do after her birthday in 2023 is null and void. Anyway, Vybz Kartel, and I sat back on. I've been always telling you to tell Paula Llewellyn again to suck a dick, because I sat back and quote a Vybz Kartel song where Vybz Kartel said Paula Llewellyn figure suck a dick, and then suspend the General Legal Counsel, suspend the law license because of that, which was bullshit, and it burned me to my belly bottom. Any man can tell a woman to suck a dick, because enough woman has sucked dick. Paula Llewellyn is gone. Gone like a Sammy mouth. Sammy mouth? I'm not into this, no Sammy mouth. I'm not into Sammy mouth. I like Paula Llewellyn mouth, is Paula mouth. Because you know, say me know, say Paula Llewellyn have the right mouth for suck a dick. I wonder if she want to start with for me. I wonder if she want to start with for me, sir. 119.